Indonesia, this project is at the early stage. It is at pre-feasibility stage. Again, it is linked to petrochemical and downstream marketing. And we are in the process of picking the foreign partner. Our local partner is Pertamina, which is the state-owned oil company of Indonesia. The plan is to stream the unit in 2017. And we are discussing currently with our Indonesian colleagues the project options and the financial support that they can provide to the project. What are the challenges for working in Asia? There are many challenges. You read many of them in the papers, but I think these challenges are big. But because this is an integral part of our strategy, we are determined to pursue and resolve and get over those challenges. And I think KPI, with the support of KPCE, we're making a lot of headway. One of the main challenges we face is what is called ESHIA. Every one of you is probably familiar with ESIA. What's brought in here is the social part of environmental impact, or the impact of building such a huge facility on the social welfare of the people. And that's a big challenge in both Vietnam and in China. And we do need to identify environmental, social, and health impacts and risks of building such a project. We actually went and revamped our safety, health, environmental management system to include an element about social impact assessment. And this is done to be in line with International Finance Cooperation policy. IFC is part of the World Bank. They support many of these projects throughout the third world, but they have very strong evaluation and impact requirements regarding social impact as well as environmental impact. There are 5 key areas that require attention in the ESHA planning. One of them is a stakeholder engagement plan, resettlement action plan. Usually the places where we invest, they are settlements, people, fisheries, farmers. So we must have a very clear resettlement plans with mitigation so we don't negatively impact the livelihood of the people who are living there. Livelihood restoration plan. So whoever you resettle, you need to compensate their resettlement as well as find an alternative livelihood for the people to earn their living. Influx management plan to manage the influx of the workers. Large number of workers, as you know, are needed to build these facilities. So you need to have a very clear management plan before you embark on the project. And community health plan. You need to be a friendly neighbor, look after the people in the place where you are planning to invest. Other challenges doing in Asia is our requirement, our strict requirement. We must have a petrochemical complex as part of the refinery. That's not necessarily the priority of the country where we want to invest, but their priority, we want to find an area where we will meet, a common area where we meet. Their requirement, including our requirement. Our requirement is always for us to invest in these big mega billion-dollar projects. We must have this as part of the project. As I mentioned earlier, this usually takes a long time to negotiate and agree upon. Government incentives. We are going into areas where many of these areas, there are no infrastructure, they are not developed. So we need government incentives to make the project viable, sustainable on the long term. We are in this for the economic return as well as added value to the community where we invest. So to ensure that it is economically viable, these incentives, they need to be negotiated. And this usually takes a long time. in some Asian countries, local expertise for building, refining, petrochemical, operating them, managing them is not available in the numbers that are required. Inshallah. Far East countries, they look for foreign direct investment, but the regulation bureaucracy do not make this easy. We also, many times, we don't know, there is a web of decision-making matrix in this country. You need to understand it, so you need to engage them to reach a final decision regarding any topic. And thus making it very complex. But also there are opportunities. Investing in Asia meets our strategic objective. Sinopec, our partner in China, is the biggest refiner who has built refineries, operated them. So they have a very wide range of expertise in refining, petrochemical, and marketing. And we also saw, especially in China, once the feed stage is completed, they can build the refinery very quickly. They have so much resources. In Vietnam, the Vietnamese government very supportive of our project. They provided support, infrastructure support, and they were fully engaging to ensure the project takes place. Because we have a Japanese partners, the financial institution in Japan, they're very supportive of the project to provide attractive loans to make sure this project happened. Of course, we provide outlet for Kuwaiti crudes at international price. And then we add value to other sister companies. For example, we have very close collaboration with KOFPIC in any country we operate in, as well as PIC. This is a summary of my paper, and thanks for your attention.
Thanks, Abu Abdullah. For our audience, there is a twist in the program. Abu Abdullah want to leave earlier for prior commitments in his time schedule. So I would like to open the question and answer for his paper now for 5 minutes. Please, go ahead. Dr. Amina.
Hello. Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Abu Abdullah, for a very nice presentation. And we're really very happy to come to know about all these projects that is started to be at least implemented, and soon it will be seen the fruit of these projects. Actually, I have two questions. One question is related to your base in the Europe regarding the Rotterdam, the research center. I don't know exactly what the research center there is doing, and probably how much probably the Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research, specifically Kuwait Petroleum Research and Study Center, can help in such of these responsibilities that they are doing in that research center. The other point, with all these opportunities for the jobs in these projects, I don't know what plan do you have for the Kuwaitis to really join this project. Especially, we come to know that the employment in Kuwait here is increasing every day. So I think we should have a challenging plan for our young generation. Thank you very much.